Hi, I'm a scuba diver, and what you're seeing here is the world's second largest coral reef. And this is also in one of the dangerous countries in the world. But wait, is it really dangerous? We'll see. In this journey, I'm going to take you all to this beautiful island in Honduras, where there are a lot of things to see, lot of things to do, and lot of people to meet. Ever since I was born, I always lived in a city filled with people and traffic. But I had this dream of living in a beach house, overlooking the oceans and watching sunsets. I did my first terrifying night dive here and also experienced free diving, which scared me to death. And also lived in the island like a local, and I would like to take you all on this journey and show you this beautiful country.
All do it for one reason. You.
Honduras is a Central American country which has more than 90 tiny islands. But two famous ones are Roatan and Utila. I took a flight to Roatan Island, stayed there for a night, and then took a local ferry to go to Utila Island, where I stayed for one full month.
I am in total love with this apartment. It's neat, it's small, and it's very beautiful. And it has a beautiful view. But before I show the view, I'll show you the interior of this house. Look at this. Beautiful couch, fan, and then there's another fan here. Then a sofa, a TV,
And a bed.
look at this! It's sunny, so it's kind of an outcast, but it's so pretty. I have an ocean view, and I always wanted one.
Having a private dock all for yourself is a luxury and a privilege. And having a kitchen definitely helps in cooking your own meals. And the food in Utila is fantastic too. One day we were going scuba diving and our captain suddenly stopped the boat. He said there were dolphins, but all I could see is humans looking for dolphins. But after some patience and perseverance, I did spot them. I'm gonna keep quiet now so that you can hear the sound of dolphins. This is Honduras. Honduras is one of the places best for water activities like scuba diving, free diving, paddle boarding, kayaking, and so much more. It has the world's second largest coral reef, plus it costs very less to scuba dive and free dive compared to the United States. I am going to take you all on the scuba diving journey and I'm going to show you what all I saw inside the ocean so that you can enjoy too.
hubiera pensado que yo me iba a enamorar jamás. No quería saber nada más, nunca más. Pero vos apareciste de repente y me hablaste con una voz tan dulce que perdí la razón y mi corazón. Ay, amor, no te preocupes, que yo siempre he de quererte, de amarte y admirarte. Ay, amor, no te preocupes, lo que siento yo por vos es cada vez más fuerte. Yo pensaba que esto del amor ya se me había pasado y que no era para mí nunca más. Pero el amor llega así, de esa manera, cuando uno menos se lo espera. Se abrió la puerta y sin pensar dejas entrar.
Scuba diving was only half the fun. I was there for one main activity, that is to get my free diving certification. Can you imagine how people go to depths of ocean for like 80-100 feet in just one breath and for minutes together? The thought scared me. But the idea that people were able to do was something exciting. I mean, sometimes I don't want to carry all those cylinder, a lot of things with me on my back during scuba diving. So I thought free diving is something you just have to wear fins, a mask, and then you can just go down. So that idea was exciting me, and hence I wanted to give it a try.
If you dive with someone and everybody knows what they're doing, it's super safe.
So finally the day came. We took our boat, went to middle of the ocean, and I jumped. I thought there'd be a lot of fish, I can see the ocean floor and all that. But no, all I saw was blue bliss, endless bliss. It was completely blue. I couldn't see anything. And that thought itself kind of scared me. But my turn came. My instructor asked me to hold the rope and go down. I just went 5 feet. I couldn't take it. Like my mind is screaming to come back up and take a breath. I couldn't do it at the beginning, but eventually, after a lot of tries, I did go down. And then I think I remember this situation. Once I was probably around 5 to 10 meters or whatever, my mind was screaming to go up. It was restless. Suddenly, there was a fish that passed in front of me, and all of a sudden, my consciousness went from like screaming inside the head to a wonder of seeing a fish, and it went completely silent. A silence that I've never experienced before. It was so silent. The ocean was silent. There was absolutely no sound, and it was one of the peaceful moments I had during freediving. And that is when I realized it could actually be peaceful if only you stop listening to all those disturbing thoughts inside your head, and if you can divert into your thoughts or your consciousness into something happy, something of wonder. And finally, after first day training, I was able to go to a depth of 40 feet, and I graduated to advanced level freediving, where I was able to go 80 feet deep. And my longest breath hold time was 3.5 minutes. But all this was training session. The actual fun starts now. You know, I became a mermaid.
People knew her by her will, to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survived the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back?
then there was this one night where it was completely windy and the sea was a little harsh. But I think the weather was fine. Whatever, the team still took us down to do night scuba diving, and this is the first time ever I'm trying to scuba dive in the night, in the darkness. So we all went down. Each one of us were given this torch so that we can see the corals. And everything was going fine. I was following the guide. Everything was fine until half the time. And then all of a sudden, I started floating up. I think I lost control and I started floating up, and in no time, I was at the surface. And the ocean was really harsh. Like, it was pushing me back and forth. I'm looking around, then there is no boat, and I'm looking down. The people, my team, they have still not realized that I'm lost. And under these situations, usually we need to be very calm, because in any water activity, if you panic, you will use more oxygen, you will just take wrong decisions. So I decided to keep calm, and I deflated and slowly tried to go down. One dangerous situation is that if I lose my team, it is literally impossible to find them in the darkness. So I made sure I take action as soon as possible, and then I started going down. That is when my team noticed that I was lost, and I finally met them, and then we continued the rest of the diving. So after I came back on the boat, that is when I was thinking this whole situation, and then I thought to myself, this was actually a very scary situation. But thank God I did not panic at that time, and it all went well. So this story is something I will never ever forget in my life. So yeah, we are at the end of this video, an end of my journey in Honduras. Everywhere, the media, all my friends, and many people said Honduras was very dangerous. Well, I do agree there could be many areas in the mainland Honduras that is dangerous, but Utila itself felt very, very safe to me as a solo woman who traveled to Utila. There were times where there was power cut while I was walking at around 8 p.m. at the night, and I was still feeling safe. I enjoyed a lot here. I met a lot of good people, and I advanced my diving skills so much. I made art, I lived through my heart, and what can I say? I just brought a piece of Honduras with me and left a piece of my heart with her.